Hey folks, in this film today, I'm going to have a go at making Mayak Kairan eggs, otherwise known as Mayak eggs. So what the flipping heck's Mayak eggs? Well, this is a South Korean dish which is often used as a side dish, served with rice or noodles. It can be eaten as a main, and I'm going to be doing mine as a main. And I'm going to be serving my Mayak eggs with boiled basmati rice. Now in Korean, Mayak means drug eggs, and that's because they taste so good, apparently, that the taste is addictive and people just want to keep going back for more. So I've seen these on the internet, I've asked ChatGPT for a recipe. Let's go! So here are my key ingredients. Well, I need eggs, so I've got 6 eggs which are about to be boiled. I've got sesame oil, rice vinegar, soy sauce, salt, garlic cloves, sesame seeds, honey, 2 spring onions and a red chilli. This is quite a simple and straightforward recipe, but it is something that takes a couple of days because you've got to leave your hard-boiled eggs to marinade before eating them. I must admit, I'm quite looking forward to this. It's something that's a bit different. Let's crack on. No pun intended. So I'm going to begin by adding some water into my saucepan that's got the eggs in. And that will do. And then I'm going to add a sprinkling of salt. So lid goes on the pan, and I'm going to put this on a low heat. I don't want it to nuke. I'm going to let them come to a gentle simmer, and then they're going to simmer for about 10 or 12 minutes. I need the eggs to be hard boiled. Right, my eggs are simmering, so I'm going to give them 10 minutes. And while they're simmering, I'm going to make the marinade. So for the marinade, I need to begin by adding a splash of water, which is about 100 ml of water. Next goes my soy sauce. I need to add kind of an equivalent amount, although that does seem excessive to me, but I'm going to go along with it. So I'm just going to get that in this jug. Gone into that. Then I need to add my sesame oil, and I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sesame oil into that. Mix that around. Now my rice vinegar, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar into there. And then my honey, and I'm going to add both of these sachets, which is going to be the equivalent of about 2 tablespoonfuls of honey into the mix. I'll get them both in and come back to you. Right, that's all my liquids and honey in. I'm just giving it a little stir around so it's well mixed. Right, I can put this to one side now because it's time to do my vegetables. So first of all, I need 3 cloves of garlic. So I'm just going to take these from here. These are garlic cloves in brine. So 1, 2, oh, they smell good, and 3. And I take my red chilli. I'm going to remove the top, and I'm going to slice down it, and I'm going to remove the seeds because I don't need them. They'll make it too hot. And then with my chilli, I'm just going to cut it down into strips like so. Pop them in here. And now my spring onions, I'm just going to take the ends off, and I'm going to go back as far as they are decent to about there and there. Yeah, that looks okay to me, and that's fine. So I'm just going to chop these down into smaller pieces. And then these are going to go in here also. So that is my vegetables. So this is my Pampered Chef chopping tool, and this will chop those down into very small pieces. Chopped. Oh, that smells good. I don't want to waste any. So I'll just get that off there. Gosh, that really does smell good. And this is now what I've got. Now I've got to get all of this and get it into here. So this is going to be an absolutely flavoursome marinade. Stir that around, and this is now ready for my eggs. Let's have a look at them. So these have had their 10 minutes. I'm going to turn that off. So I'm just running my cold tap to get the water as cold as possible, and that's cold. Just put that jug underneath it. I'm just going to drain my eggs. Steamy. Now my hard-boiled eggs are going to go into this cold water. And then I'm going to run some more cold water on top so it floods out. So I don't want the water to warm up from the eggs. I want the eggs to cool down rapidly. Now the purpose of the rapid cool is so that the egg inside the shell will contract, which in theory should make the egg easier to remove from the shell and less egg should stick to the shell. Now that's the theory. Will it work? We'll come back in 5 minutes and find out. Right, let's see what those eggs are like. It's coming off in little bits, but it's coming off smoothly, so that's a good sign. Not too bad, pretty good. Anyway, that's one peeled, and that now goes in here into the marinade. I've got to that 5 more times. There's not much point in you watching. I'll be back. And there are my eggs in the marinade. Lid goes on, and these are now going in the fridge for 48 hours, during which time the eggs will absorb the marinade. So I'm going to come back to you in 2 days' time when it comes to eating them. Oh, I'm looking forward. Catch you then. Okay, I'm back 2 days later, and my Mayak eggs have had a very, very good marinade. Here they are, and they're about to be served with some flavoured rice and peas. So I'm just using basmati rice, which I've added a little bit of curry spice to and a bit of coriander, and I've put a few frozen peas in there. Let's have a look at those eggs. Right, you can clearly see the oil floating on top of the vinegar, and the eggs have definitely taken on some colour. Look at that. So they've absorbed, and you can see where the top was because there's a ring just there as it was sat in there. So what I need to do now with all of these is get them out and cut them in half. And the nice thing about this is that this marinade can be used again. And it will be. So with each of my eggs, I'm simply going to cut it in half like so, and just pop them together. So we've got 3 eggs each. So that's my eggs done. I now need to sort the rice out. This is now boiled. I'm going to turn it off. I'm just going to pour the water off the rice. Right, I'm going to get my rice and peas in the sieve. And the trick now to make perfect rice is to get this tap on, get it on the shower head as hot as possible, and wash all that starch out. And trust me, this makes a big difference. It needs to be very hot water. Now it's time to dish up. So I'm going to get my rice and peas, make a bed in each of these bowls. And then in each of my bowls, it's just a case of placing the eggs together nicely, like so. And then just going down each one down the middle with some of the marinade. There you go. There's my Mayak eggs. Here they are. Apologies for the pronunciation of Mayak. Mayak. I'm not Korean, but hopefully I've done the recipe justice. Anyway, as ever, the proof is in the tasting, so I'll just begin with a bit of rice. Nice and aromatic, and the peas had a good dimension to it. Right, let's try some Mayak egg. So here we go. Oh, I can really taste the sesame oil. Oh, that's good. That's really nice. That is very, very nice indeed. Actually, I've just remembered I was meant to put a few sesame seeds on top of this. Back in a sec. I forgot. This is live TV. This is not what you see on the television where they can go back and refilm it. I'm not doing that. Let's put a few sesame seeds on top, sprinkle a few on. Let's try a piece of egg with the sesame seed now. It's really good. There's a real sweetness in it too. That's obviously the honey. They are quite delicious. Actually, I can understand why they're called drug eggs. I would be happy to have these every day. But very nice on the bed of rice. Right, I'm going to enjoy this. Hope you've enjoyed the film, folks. Catch you next time.